Welcome to What the Fuck University. Today's subject is law enforcement, the police. Well, I said I'd tell you a little story of what happened, and this is the story. When I was pregnant with my daughter, I was at her father's house, and his neighbour had come over, and another neighbour was arguing, and ended up calling the police on him. So we sat outside watching everything that was going on, and there was a whole group of police, like heaps of them, for this one person. So he was standing there having a smoke, and then next thing you know, they just started punching him and kicking him and had him on the ground, bashing the shit out of him. And I thought, what the hell? I grabbed my phone, started calling my dad. Well, actually it was my mum's phone, I was borrowing it. And I was trying to call my dad, and he was slow to get to the phone, so it took a few goes. And anyway, this really short policewoman come over and goes, "Give me that phone, I want it." I said, "No, get your own phone." She goes, "I want that phone, give it now." And I said, "It's not my phone. If you want a phone, go and get your own." Well, in the end, she tried to grab it from me, and at the time, my dad was on the phone. And I held it away from her, and I'm trying to yell to my dad, "Can you come and get me, please?" You know, the cops are attacking the neighbour, and one of them is in my face right now trying to steal Mum's phone. Well, as soon as that happened, she hit me. Pregnant, she hit me. No matter how many times I yelled, "I am pregnant, don't touch me, that is assault," she still kept going. In the end, they took the phone. My parents picked me up. We went straight to the police station, made a complaint to the supervisor, got the phone back. And Mum said, "Why did you even take my phone to begin with?" And she goes, "Because apparently your daughter was recording." And we said, "Show us the recording right now." And they said, no, it's been deleted." And I said, "That is a lie, because there is no recording." And they said, "Yes, there is, and we can always bring it up." And I said, "Bring it up now. I want proof of why I was assaulted." In the end, the supervisor apologised to me and said, "Oh, she was in the wrong. She did it the wrong way. She should have done it another way." Point is, you got police bullying people who can't protect themselves. Like, what? What would have happened if I was old? They would have done that too? And this cop, she took the power to her head. Everyone knew it. Like, I didn't even know who she was. It was the neighbours who gave me her name. Why? Because they've had the same problems. She takes it to her head. And that was in Granville, when I was living up there. It's kind of obvious what they were like there. I mean, it's not the first time something like that had happened, where they just assaulted people because, I don't know. I believe that there are some people that, and I know, actually, not only do I believe, I know it's fact, that there are people who, once they get confused and don't understand things, they just start being violent and using violence against people. And it's like, get your head fixed instead of taking it out on other people. So that was that story. Now, as for law enforcement itself, I can't believe the crap that goes on. They would rather ticket someone who's crossing the road the wrong way. What else? Drink driving is obvious, okay? Shouldn't do it, especially since it endangers lives. But then they're following people who aren't even drinking, who aren't even causing problems. While they're on minor crimes like that, there are drug dealers actually doing drug deals right in front of their face, and they still did nothing about it. I also know for a fact that more than 10 separate people have made a complaint about an ice dealer in Jesmond, and police still do nothing about it. The only conclusion that everyone came up with is maybe they're a part of it. It's like, it's starting to look like it probably is. I don't speculate on what it is. I don't even care anymore, because they can't even help people who are getting abused and victimised by their own partners. All they want to do is turn around and say, "Oh, your ex, blah, blah, blah." And it's like, that person's not their ex. That was their partner. You can look for excuses and try and use other complaints and whatever else, but it doesn't change the fact that they do nothing about it. I mean, like say, what is it? the other day on the news and on Facebook, there was a 14-year-old in Brisbane or Queensland that got bashed by another chick, and it ended up on the internet. Now, apparently that chick handed herself in, but the way the victim was talking, it wouldn't surprise me if she provoked it. Even though you can see her walking away, you can't actually hear what is being said. And a lot of the women, well, not even women, the little girls that are like that here and in Sydney, well, most places in New South Wales, are exactly the same way. They've got big mouths, but don't want to back it up. And it's like, go, what? Do you think your words don't hurt as much as someone else's punch? Wake up to yourself. If you don't want that to happen, then keep your mouth shut. Common sense, people. I've noticed a lot of people don't have it, and it's starting to look obvious why, because most of them are on drugs, especially ice. I mean, ice is getting worse, that people would rather give up their families just to have it. Like my daughter's father, his neighbours have dogged him in so many times, and the police still haven't gone and done anything about it. One time they visited, only because the housing department went in and changed the locks when he wasn't there. While they were changing the locks, the police were going through, and upstairs on the roof they found a setup. Lights, everything but the crops. Why? They got there too late. You know, things like that. But apparently someone had complained about it, and that's why they turned up. There's something about a light coming through the roof. And at that time, as far as I knew, only 2 other people knew about it. Which is the person who did it and the person he told. But in the end, he'd still rather be their friend. It's like, okay, whatever. Because of his ice addiction, he makes up a lot of stories. But hey, what ice junkie doesn't? As you know, whatever their reality is, they prefer to believe that and what they're told than the actual truth. It's so sad when people have to do that. It's like, you'd rather lose everything just to have that next shot. What the fuck? You think they'd learn from it, but that's probably why they're still on it. Anyway, that was today's what the fuck in university. Hopefully someone's learned something from it, because it's obvious the drug addicts won't. So yeah.